that lasted nearly 30 minutes. And therefore, I want now to speak to my colleague Francis Ontomo, joining me from Mombasa live. Thank you so much, Francis, for joining us on News Center. So talk to us about this altercation that happened yesterday. What led to it, and how did the day progress from then?
Well, Betty, the altercations that we reported about yesterday actually happened moments before the speech of the president was read by the county commissioner, Evans Achoki. And it took actually about half an hour to try and calm down two groups that were actually clashing openly in terms of throwing words at each other. And of course, there were two camps that were branded in a way that they were actually from two camps. That is the governor of Mombasa, Ali Hassan Joho's supporters, and also Bolo, who is the member of parliament for Nyali, and also eyeing the governorship of Mombasa Camp 2017. And therefore, it created a bit of scene. Of course, that matter has received a lot of condemnation online and even in the media, actually having occurred on a day that many actually were reflecting on 53 years of Kenya's independence. And therefore, that is a matter that continues to actually make huge discussions down here at the coast region. But largely, according to observers and many analysts who've been actually speaking about this matter, they are saying that it sets a wrong tone in the run-up to next year's general election. Already, we are months away from the general election, and the mood has already started to build. And from another angle, it also helps you actually understand that indeed the landscape of Mombasa, in terms of the control of Mombasa governorship, the race has already started to shape up, and already the bigwigs actually are already now in the ring, trying to, of course, to muscle up each other. And Hassan Joho, who is the incumbent, actually will be, of course, faced with that fierce battle that is coming from Bolo, the Nyali member of parliament, and also a host of other top aspirants who have already actually declared that they will be in this particular race. You are speaking of the Senator of Mombasa, Hassan Omar Hassan, who has also declared his interest. We also have former Kisauni member of parliament, Anania Mwaboza, and also Jubilee politician Suleiman Shabal. Those are the top wigs, big wigs actually, who have already declared that they will be actually trying to unseat Governor Ali Hassan Joho. And what actually happened yesterday is some sort of a build-up of what actually to expect in the coming months, Betty.
This evidently is not the first time that it happened. We've seen this happening another time. Was it really a surprise, and did the leaders in any way, talk about it, condemn, the chaos that took place?
Not at all, Betty. This is the second time that we were witnessing on a national holiday such events happening. They happened the other time. We had the County Commissioner of Mombasa, Evans Achoki, actually issuing a stern warning that he'll be cracking the whip on those errand supporters of politicians who had actually ignited it in the first place. And he was saying that it will never be witnessed again. But we saw it yesterday again, actually happening right at the legendary Tononoka grounds. And it actually sends a message that in the next couple of weeks, we may actually be seeing this intense sort of politics actually playing out on different platforms. But most importantly, and why this has actually received a lot of condemnation, is the fact that it was happening on a very important day of the Kenyan nation. And of course, it was a moment for people to actually come together, reflect, and look back on the 53 years of independence. And that is the reason why many feel that it ought not to have happened in the first place, Betty.
All right, thank you so much, Francis Ontomo, for that reporting. All right, he is reporting from Mombasa County. All right, so we want to wind up things here on News Center, but we cannot do that before we have what's trending with Zinzi Kibiku.